What is up? What is up? Welcome to the Wednesday night BDC Live. I gotta send a text.
Oh, you're gonna send a text?
Yeah.
Sean's sending text messages, so I guess I'm gonna talk to y'all. We're super excited tonight. We are drawing 3 names. We're back at 3 because we've had 2 winners in a row, right?
Back to back. It could be you. It can happen to anybody. You can win money tonight. We're giving away $300. You guys all know what to do. Make sure that you have liked tonight's broadcast. Make sure that you are already subscribed
Ching.
to the channel. Hit that bell so that you get notifications when we go live, because when we go live, we are dropping cash on you. We were just talking about
dropping lots of things.
yeah, I want to get more prizes going. So make sure that you are subscribed to our text service.
Yes.
I saw a lot of you getting notifications. You get notifications when we go live. And so whenever that happens, we can send you reminders of when we're going live. We can send you reminders of cool stuff going on. But we were just talking, I want to send cool stuff. We're going to drop random. Yeah, it's not going to be programmed.
Not on Wednesdays. It's not going to be on live.
Well, it could be on a Wednesday.
Could be, but
it could be during
on
our live. Yeah, not on a live. We're going to send out cool prizes
via text.
I was like, I want prizes, not just cash. I want cool prizes, things that you can't normally get your hands on, things that we may take for granted. Could be calls with people, calls with celebrities, athletes. Could be rare memorabilia. It could be courses. It could be coaching stuff. But you got to be on our text list in order to play.
So if you do not receive our text messages, please reach out to Luke at blackdiamondclub.com with the phone number that you want to receive those text messages to. We'll get you opted in. Then you'll get reminders for all sorts of things. And randomly, you will get notices that we are in the mood to give stuff away. And that winner could be you.
We're talking about successes in Black Diamond Club. So we're going to have a lot of fun today. I thought that, first of all, what I wanted to do was start with a couple of the brands that we are affiliated with, associated with. We have been super fortunate to work with people like Scott Duffy, right? His name got brought up on a podcast interview today. Partha at Lasso Gear.
I do, and I love the Lasso socks.
Yeah, Lasso Gear.
If you haven't tried Lasso Gear socks, those are unbelievable. In fact, we are going on a very long trip to Scotland. That's a very good reminder to bring your Lasso compression socks. Those are some of the best travel items you could take with you.
I have the new colorways. I love the new colorways. I got the pink ones. Yeah. This is your invitation. This is, hey man, support these people day in BDC. Lasso Gear. You can go to Lasso Gear and get your compression socks. Those are huge. Love what they're doing there. A lot of great investor partners in that with us. Then next we have Cram Nutrition. I want to shout out Cram Nutrition because we have brand new packaging at Cram. That's right. I wanted to bring that. Well, I don't have the. Yeah, we do. Can you get me some brand new packaging?
Grab the old packaging too. We show how great of a rebrand
I want to talk to you guys about cramnutrition.com.
Stay.
Super excited about that. And new formulations. So for all of you that have tried Cram in the past, I want you to jump on here very soon. New formulations will be in the store. You can go on the internet and order the new formulations. We have a new white bread version coming out. Yeah. And it's delicious. And we've reformulated on the peanut butter and on the jelly. So the inside still all organic, everything organic. You don't have to worry about that. Cram can be sold in Europe. There are other PB&J nasty products that cannot be sold in Europe because they're just filled with too much junk. And so, yes, here we go. We got this is super cool.
So this is also a good lesson, though. I think this is a good lesson about branding because people get super nervous about doing like a rebrand.
Yeah,
how many clients have we talked to that want to update their logo? They know it's outdated. Maybe it doesn't actually fit with the ideal client that they've landed on. And they get so like gun shy about it because they're worried that they'll lose all this brand equity. You often forget how many times major companies have actually done a rebrand or changed their logo because you forget what the old one looks like. Cram had no problem taking advice from some very smart people on
Youth
creating,
logic. Youth
yeah,
logic.
creating a better looking packaging that was a little bit more kid friendly, a little bit cleaner, and a little bit more recognizable.
But
So
what I love about this is we used to be in the 6 box, and then you would open it up. You'd be able to buy them at
can we see
Sprouts.
that?
We're still at Sprouts in single boxes. Now we're going to the 8 and the 15. So this is awesome, brand new packaging. You can see we have the whole wheat version here. We have the white bread version here. So that is coming to a store near you. Old packaging,
New
new
packaging.
packaging.
Let's go.
That is awesome. Super excited about that.
Yeah.
Cram is on the move. Um, Going into some of the big box stores. So Cram doing well. Once we got behind that, I think that the Dills and Michael Chandler were the first money in on Cram.
Cram. Hmm.
Speaking of first money in, the Dills were first money in on Brew, and these are actually cold. So we have the Brew Daylight cans right here, ready to roll. Will be coming out in September. Brew Daylight, ready for you to try. Again, brand new formulation. Toned it
That
down a little bit,
packaging.
4.0% alcohol
Yeah.
by volume. Props to Connor Blakely for pushing this across the finish line. Super excited to see Brew in stores here in September. So we're excited about that. I know that a lot of people are like, hey, hey, what have Sean and Lacey done lately? Well, I mean, so we're with Lasso, we're with Cram, we're with Brew. We are also a part of Protégera toothpaste that's going to be hitting the market here very soon. And also a part of Pringle Robotics. So a lot of people may have seen these Keddy bots, the robots that serve in restaurants. So we are involved in the robotics company that puts those out all over the place. We've just been scaling up. I think a lot of people are like, hey, I'm just here doing my thing. And I think there's a narrative out there that Sean and Lacey, I don't know what they're doing. But I'm super proud of the brands that we are involved with
Yeah.
and what they're doing. I mean, they're making big time penetration in the marketplace.
Queued up.
Love what they're doing. Queued Up is an app that's coming out. We are going to be hosting a golf tournament on the Wednesday before Money Matters with Queued Up. It's going to be Beat the Joes. So on the Wednesday before Money Matters, you'll get an opportunity to play in a twosome and beat me and my special partner,
Special Joe.
my special Joe, and the people that win, that beat us, will be eligible for a prize. We're going to have prizes for overall winner of the tournament. We'll also have prizes for the overall loser of the tournament, worst golfer. Will also win a prize. Don't want to miss that. If you don't have your Money Matters tickets, you need to send an email to
Yes.
Jane at blackdiamondclub.com. Jane is our brand new director of sales, been absolutely slaying it in her new position. If you haven't yet had an opportunity to talk to Jane, she would love to speak to you, so you could just reach out to her, even if you have your tickets. But if you don't have tickets, reach out to Jane, say, hey, I need my tickets to Money Matters. She can get you hooked up. Make sure that you have a spot there. It's going to be absolutely amazing because we're going to be talking about all things money. We're going to be talking about your mindset around money. We're going to be talking about how your mindset around money affects your relationships with yourself, with your clients, with your prospects, and with your significant other. We're also going to be talking about what you should be doing with your money. We've got special guest Clinton Sparks, who's done a few things good in his life. And we're going to have Mark Murphy, who is the number 15 rated financial advisor in the United States, number one in the state of New Jersey. He's going to be with us as well. We're going to be dropping tons of value on you as far as what you should be doing now with your money in order to position yourself for a win, even through a recession. And so we're super excited. We can't wait. We can't wait to see you all here in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
There's another brand I was going to talk about, but I can't remember. We're involved with too many things. They're all winning. We just have so much. What was that?
Taylor Draper.
That's what I wanted to talk about. Inherent. Taylor Draper over at Inherent. I'm working to get Taylor at Money Matters. I think it would be great. I'm going to have Taylor there. We're retooling. We're going to have all brand new sponsors. So we're going to have a lot of activations and opportunities for you at Money Matters. You just got to be there. If you're not there, you can't get in on that stuff, including the golf tournament with Queued Up, which is one of the companies we're involved in. First money in there as well. And Taylor Draper with Inherent. Super excited about this. I want to bring Inherent out because I want to give everybody the opportunity to get fitted so that you can experience this. Taylor Draper just received a tremendous injection of capital. First well, second store. First store is located in Colorado. First satellite store, New York City. Taylor has been the darling of New York Fashion Week for the past 2 years, and now with Inherent opening up in New York City, super excited about this.
And
We're
he
going to see
doesn't
this
do
all
just
over.
suits, right? Like he
No,
does things
no, he
outside of
dresses
that.
me
He has,
for office
yes,
hours and
he has
different
a
things of that nature.
great line outside of
Golf line
suits.
coming out. I'm like super pumped. Pretty soon I'll just be all Inherent. And I'm happy. I'm proud to say it. I'll just wear all Inherent.
There you go.
That's another one. And don't forget Speed, Speed Fit. That was another line that we're involved with. Shout out to Dan Mooney and all those guys. Super excited about the launch. We're real close. We're super close. We're right around. I know that you're dying to have the Speed Fit here in
I
the basement,
am.
but
I've
we're
been
right
asking
around the
about it like
corner.
every week.
Yes, I know. So Dan, if you're watching, we gotta get the unit
I know I
here.
got to build some
My
more
wife is
muscle.
driving me crazy. But don't get mad. I don't mean like literally crazy. I don't want people to be insulted like Sean's treating Lacey poorly. I mean, I'm just saying not really crazy. But
Sometimes
she
I'm
does ask
crazy.
but
It's
she does
okay.
ask a lot about that
I
speed
do
fit.
a lot. Yeah.
Everything's going great in BDC land. We want to tell you first of all as well. I don't know if I have a slide up there for the Book Yourself Solid Challenge. Everybody's getting
There you
signed
go.
up. BookYourselfSolidChallenge.com. BookYourselfSolidChallenge.com. Listen, if you are
We've had a
not booked solid, this is your opportunity.
Well, and we've had a huge influx of people
It's
already
been
coming in.
crazy.
It's been crazy. It's just been a couple days since we've launched it. We're super excited. It's not just the Sean and Lacey show. We've got Matthew Kimberly
It's
joining
more the
us.
Matthew Kimberly
I
show.
know
He's
it
the
is.
president of Book Yourself Solid,
He has got
running the
some
program.
valuable stuff to offer, and he's fun, right? He's like fun to listen to. Like I think you guys will really enjoy his content if you've not had the opportunity to experience
He's the
interacting
best.
with Matthew Kimberly.
There's no one better. There's
And he has a
no
great
one better
accent.
on the planet at sales than
Yeah,
Matthew Kimberly. I
that's
mean,
right.
he's just absolutely the best. We're going to be supporting in marketing and development of the system. We're going to be teaching the system. Super excited to be teaching the system again. Time tested. The system has proven to be a system that will build multi-million dollar businesses. In fact,
Over
this
and
is the
over and
system
over again.
that built our
Yes.
business. This is the system that built our business. BookYourselfSolidChallenge.com. BookYourselfSolidChallenge.com.
It's like
Get registered. It's $19.
$19 for general admission. 4 full days of content, an hour each day. Sean and Lacey, and then Matthew Kimberly. If you can't figure out how to carve out a little time and spend $19 to get book solid, um, we need to
And for
get you on here to
all of
talk
our
about it.
BDC peeps that are on here with us right now, listen, um, these people, the Book Yourself Solid Challenge, these people are not BDC people.
Right.
And so brand new people from all over the world, literally from all over the world are jumping in on this challenge. Listen, if
Tons of
you
people in the UK, Australia. We were like, man, look at all these email
So if you
addresses. Yeah.
value community, if you want new relationships, new connections, because you want to do bigger and better things, if you value collaborations and you're tired of just talking to the
Be on the
same
live
old people,
Zooms.
yeah, you got to come in, you got to get
Yeah.
involved, you got to get plugged in, you got to make connection, you got to work your magic, you got to apply the things that we're teaching in Book Yourself Solid. But I mean, man, the vast diversity of people that are enrolling in the
Yeah.
challenge, we're used to seeing a lot of chiropractors. I don't know how many chiropractors are in on the challenge, but they are now in the minority,
Yeah.
right? So
It's
that's
great.
super exciting to see. I want to make sure you guys all get registered if you want to grow your business. Rare opportunity, maybe first opportunity for a lot of you to work directly with Matthew Kimberly.
Yep.
So get registered, bookyourselfsolidchallenge.com. Speaking of Book Yourself Solid, the reason why we're pitching that is because you and I, at the first of this year, we had an opportunity to acquire Book Yourself Solid. And we're talking about success stories. And I think that one of the things that is lost on a lot of people, other than the braggadocious, ego driven people, I've had plenty of braggadocious, ego driven people come to me and say, Sean, I want to buy BDC. I'm like, what do you, you're not even like in the ballpark to be able to literally buy BDC. You don't have enough money. So you're just like
And it's not for
flexing
sale.
needlessly. It is totally for
I mean, it's
sale.
for sale for the right
Make me
price.
a
That's
right
fair.
cash
That's
offer.
fair.
I'll play golf for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Not a problem. But we never ever even thought, we've never said to Matthew or Michael Port that we wanted to buy Book Yourself Solid. And we received a phone call first of the year. Matthew called and he was like, man, I can't believe that, I woke up on New Year's Day and I just had this revelation that I can't believe that we never thought of you. Michael would like to sell Book Yourself Solid, and we never thought to ask you, are you interested? I was like, yeah, I'd be interested in a conversation about it, but they were already pretty advanced with a couple of other offers,
Yeah,
and
they
so we
were.
were coming in kind of late to the game. Had a conversation with Michael. I love simplicity. Had a great quote today. We were having a conversation um, with Mr. Griffin, who will drop on a None of Your Business episode here pretty soon. And he was like, this was great. He said, I did some training with some Navy SEALs. Wait till you hear the episode. It's very
Mhm.
inspirational. He said, a Navy SEALs told me that becoming a Navy SEAL is simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. So I was like, man, building $1 million business is simple. It's not easy. It's simple,
Right.
right? The Book Yourself Solid system is simple.
Mm.
It's not easy. But and I think that's one of the big delineators here. What we're going to talk about are people that have had success. And I think one of the things that makes them successful is they decided to do the hard things, not necessarily the complex things, because people want everything to be complex. Like, in order to be great, it must be complex. I have to be confused. No, it's not true. In order to be great, it's usually simple, but it's hard.
Yeah.
It requires discipline, requires action. And it's not hard because it's something that very few people do. And that's what makes you get the result and the success.
You know what's interesting about discipline? Discipline only exists if there's consistency. And
Consistent,
see,
persistent pursuit. Yeah.
yeah, and I think that like for a lot of the success stories that we're going to talk about, you're right. A lot of it, I'm just thinking about even like Rhonda Marshall. The stuff that she did was simple. She just followed the book step by step. She followed what we told her, and now has multiple social oak groups that are already spanning her community. She's leading C3. She what she did is she showed up consistently,
Well, yeah.
right?
Having and always have something too that is, she's getting 125 people a month.
It got so big they actually had to open a
So they had
second
to make another
chapter.
one.
Yeah,
That's simple,
yeah,
not easy.
no,
It's simple.
and
I mean, I
requires
love that.
consistency.
Right. And so, and Rhonda can tell you it's simple. Like, how'd you do it, Rhonda? Simple. It
Yeah,
wasn't easy, but it was simple. And for all of you, right, that's what we're highlighting today is the people that decided not that they wanted complex. It's easy. They understood, it's simple. They
right.
understand it. It's simple. And they understood that it was not going to be easy. And I think that's the key for all of you. You're looking for the easy way out, you're looking for the easy solution. That's what makes you a sucker in marketing, right? Join my thing. All you got to do is show up and then we'll literally do it for you. It sounds too easy. Nothing that's successful is easy.
They're looking for fast.
Well, it can still be fast.
Yeah.
Hard can be fast, right? So I could do some stuff where I've got to work really hard and get a quick result because of that. But it's never going to be easy.
It's not
It's
going to be
never
easy.
going to be easy. So, anyways, we had an opportunity. I talked to Michael and I told him I like simple, which
Mhm.
that's what spurred me to think about that. I like simple. Um, let's just agree to the terms. Let's just memorialize it on a single piece of paper. I'd love
One
it to
piece.
fit on one sheet of paper. I don't want a ton of legalese on this. And then let's go to work. And so we were able to get it done. We were not the highest offer, which was nice. It was touching. After the fact, Michael shared with us that you were not the highest offer, but you were the best offer. You're the best potential for perpetuating this work, the legacy of Book Yourself Solid. And so we hope that we are doing him proud with the challenge. So far, so good. Tons of people enrolling, and we're super excited that in the challenge, we're going to develop those people and help them to get Book Solid. But before we do that, just real quick, we're going to make a quick trip to Scotland.
We are.
And
Not quick. 7 days, 8 days.
a couple of things that I'm super excited about. One is we're doing the experiential mastermind. If for some reason you're like, I want to go, we have one more spot. I can get one more person in. You'd have to email Luke at blackdiamondclub.com, like pretty much now.
Yeah.
You got to go.
Today, like this
You're going to be
moment.
going this weekend. We're leaving this weekend. And Luke is producing tonight. So everybody welcome in Lukey. He's producing the episode tonight. Show him some love there in the chat. He's going to be drawing 3 names later on for $300. First, we're going to jaunt over to Scotland. We're going to be hosting our
Jaunt.
3-day mastermind with David Meltzer. It's going to be absolutely incredible. We have seen the menus, we've seen the wine pairings, scotch tastings. We're playing
We
golf
have some
at Glen
adventures lined
Eagles.
up.
We're going
Yeah.
to St. Andrews. Unbelievable. We're also beginning already conversations with David about what our next experiential mastermind will be. And I'm super excited about some of the brainstorming ideas that we've got out there. Super cool stuff for you. Basically, stuff that you could never acquire things
Yeah.
that like, how could I possibly do that? Like, I don't know when are you going to go to a castle in Scotland? I don't know. I mean, if you're going, I mean, you could go to the Edinburgh Castle, but
Right.
not like to the Kinross Castle.
Right.
Sleep in it, stay in it, eat in it, mastermind in it, hang
Drinking
out
it.
with amazing people. That's what we're doing coming up. And then super excited because when we talk about highlighting the success of Black Diamond Club members,
Mm.
I mean, people love it when I get salty on the live, and I'm not that salty because I'm going to Scotland. I'm feeling good. We just came from Naples, and that's my feel good place. Played tons of golf, so I'm not that salty today. But I can't tell you how many people literally told me to my face that they did not believe that the Scotland Chiropractic College was going to get off the
Oh,
ground.
yep.
Now, Ross McDonald, that's my coaching client. Like, hey
Mhm.
man, I'm serious. For those of you that don't understand too, if you're working with me or Lacey as a private client, we consider your business like it was ours.
Mhm.
Like we literally invest ourselves and our hearts and souls into this business as if it were one of ours. And the same thing with Ross and the Scotland Chiropractic College. Now, of course, I serve as the chair of the board of the Sherman Chiropractic College. And so I'm incredibly invested in the success of Sherman College and our president, Jack Borla. But Ross, as a client, was serving as the chair of the board of the chiropractic trust that was launching this chiropractic college, and then we had the unfortunate passing of
Who was
who
in line to be
Dave
president?
Russell, who
Yep.
was in line to be the president. Um, for me to coach Ross through that process, very difficult process. To coach Ross through the process of stepping into the role of the president, what they call the principal over in the UK, and all of these people telling me it wasn't going to make it. Like I heard it's not going to make it. I heard it's not going to happen. I heard it's not going to make it. I got to tell you guys something right here. Um, the Scotland Chiropractic College opened up applications for its first class today. And so congratulations to Ross McDonald and screw all y'all because who thought it wasn't going to happen. Good luck trying to show up at the party with your hand out saying, can I get exposure to the college? Hey, because and I told
But
Ross
that's
like, hey man, some people are with you and some people are not.
yeah, but that's the lesson, right? I think that that's the lesson is that everything is
Simple, but not
but you know,
easy.
but not easy, but it also can be done, right?
Everything can be
Everything
done,
can be done.
especially if you
And
got the right coaching and the right
and
team
I
and the
don't know,
right
you know,
people around
and
you.
Ross may never have expected that he was going to open a chiropractic college and run a chiropractic college and pour his passion, his energy, his love, his sweat, his tears into building this thing. He probably didn't expect that when
And
he
his money.
graduated school and
And
his
his money.
money. But just like we didn't expect to ever purchase Book Yourself Solid.
Yeah.
It wasn't something that was on the checklist of our vision in our life. And so one of the things that we've been talking a lot about lately is for each and every one of you, don't get so confined by what you believe is right for you or where you want your life to go. Don't create such limitations in your thought process and in your envisioning and in your vision that you don't allow for the unexpected to happen, right? And those have been that has been a lesson that we've been seeing over and over, and I'm sure that that's something that Ross feels on this very day.
And I'm excited. So we're going to the Scotland Mastermind that we're hosting, and then we're bouncing over to the Edinburgh Lectures. I believe we're going to have record attendance. Like, go figure, right? Record attendance for the Edinburgh Lectures in person.
Right.
You and I have been speaking at the lectures every year for I don't know how many years.
6 years maybe, yeah.
Yeah, 6 straight years, and but we've been not able to be there in person.
Yeah.
This year back, and we're so excited. We're going to be touring the campus on Friday. Like there's actually a campus, there's a building where the college is going to be. For everybody that thought this was not possible, just quietly behind the scenes, Ross has just been absolutely turning that crank, getting it done. And I am so proud. I mean, I can't believe some of the leaders in chiropractic are like, is this not going to happen? And I sat there and told them, of course it's going to happen. I'm coaching Ross, man. I'm right there on the inside. I look at this college as if it was our own college. It's
Yeah.
not going to fail, right? That's how we treat it, right? It's not going to fail. Brew beer, we're not going to let it fail, right? We're not going to let that go down. We're not going to let Lasso
We're not
collapse.
gonna
We're not going to
let
let
you
Cam down. We're not going to let you guys fail. That's the deal, right?
You're here,
That's
you're
how it
showing up,
works.
you're consistent, you're
And
persistent.
in all those people around you who are telling you you can't do it, I feel the same way about them as I feel about the people that were saying that the college wasn't going to get off the ground. Screw those guys. Like we could get this done. You could build a multi-million-dollar business. We want to see you succeed. We want to see you win $300. Who
I
else
think we
wants to
should
see
pull
you
a
win
name. I
$300?
think we should pull. It's already 8:30. Look at that. Let's pull a name.
Let's go. Let's pull
Maybe
a
somebody
name.
should
Look,
win
I'm ready.
$300. Right? Are you ready?
I'm
Are
ready.
you
You
ready?
look. Yes, I'm ready.
I look what?
Ready?
Do you look ready?
I should because I am.
Okay. All right. Let's go. Uh,
All right, no, I'm not ready. No.
okay. This feels very unready. I'm
All
just
right,
saying.
Lukey
We
has the
got
canasta.
with
Now
the.
and it's oiled up. It's not squeaky, and nobody
No.
complains. Now
Whoa.
everybody knows it's the canasta.
Yeah, it's a
Everybody knows it's
canasta.
the canasta.
I
It
guess I
is.
didn't notice that this didn't have any squeak in it
Oh
anymore.
But
no,
no,
it,
Pat oiled
it's
it
been a
long
while
time
since
ago.
you've been
I
here.
know.
Go ahead and
Yeah.
pull out the
How
three.
did you get out of all the squeaks?
Get 3 names out of here.
I don't. Yeah, that's bizarre.
All right.
It is. There is zero squeak in that canasta.
Oh
Those
my God, he
names-
almost dropped the whole canasta, y'all.
Those names came out like butter.
All right,
out of
3
that
names.
Squeaky canasta.
I
Three
made butter
names.
tonight.
We updated just so you all
I made
know.
a compound
Just
butter
so you all
tonight.
know, we updated the list just today. Updated list. Got tons of new BDC members thanks to C3. Lots of people
Yes.
rolling in. They don't
Yes.
know that their name is in there. Maybe they don't even know about BDC Live, but
Right.
their names are in there. Everybody's eligible. 3 names, $300. You must be present to claim your prize. If we call your name, you're a
Must
winner,
be
but
present.
you must be present to claim your prize.
I got
Ready?
number one.
Who's number one?
Number one is Kelsey Costello.
Kelsey
Kelsey
Costello. You're the winner, Kelsey.
Kelsey, are you on, Kelsey?
Kelsey
Learn
Costello.
about Kelsey. I don't think I know Kelsey.
I was gonna say I don't recognize the name. Oh, I thought that she was on. I was like, there she is, Kelsey. What do you
Doing
know
a quick
about
Google
Kelsey?
search.
Kelsey Costello.
She studies at Sherman College. Did we
Oh
draw
my
another
gosh.
student?
Yeah, another student.
Another student. Yeah, she's a Shermie.
Okay,
Listen,
Kelsey
this is like-
She's
Costello.
Student
engaged. This
streak.
could be
This could be her
engagement, marriage
engagement.
money.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
Wedding
except
fun.
she's not on.
Oh my god. This is the thing. Those Life
That
West
is
students.
amazing, though. Like that's amazing.
Those
The
Life
students-
West students show up. Life West students are always on, claiming prizes right and left. We got to get Sherman a little more
Oh,
on point.
Sarah's saying she's always on here too.
Oh my gosh.
No way.
And I saw,
believe that.
and right above that, we've got Jack Bortlet, Sherman's president.
Oh, I love that the Shermies
Oh.
are here.
Oh, she's always on.
Oh
yeah,
my
and Paul
gosh.
Merriweather's gonna buy BDC.
Yeah.
Tell me something I don't know.
Expect the unexpected.
All
right?
right.
That's the
No
lesson
winner.
for tonight.
No
you never
winner.
know.
Next,
Unexpected
are we
that
doing
Kelsey
another
was
name,
not
or are you
on.
going on?
What do you want to do? Another name, or do you
Okay.
want to tell one more story and then do 2 more names?
Go ahead.
Name number 2.
Name
I actually
number
do know
2.
this person. He is local. This is Isaac Davis.
Oh,
Isaac
Prime
Davis.
47.
Ah,
He's
Isaac
the man
Isaac.
with the plan at
Yeah.
Prime 47. He holds it down at Prime 47.
Isaac would be.
Takes great
listen,
care of us.
We talk about poaching employees all the time. Isaac would be an employee we could poach if
No,
he didn't
all
have
of you guys. All of you guys would
Yeah,
coach
no.
Isaac.
Oh, you would coach Isaac.
If you guys have a chance to go to Prime 47 and make Isaac an offer he cannot
He's the
refuse,
assistant manager
I'm
there?
telling you, I think he's
Yeah, I
the
think-
main man right now.
I don't know if he
Like
could be.
he's the
He's
leading.
top
also like
dog.
he's like the top dog, but he's like 24.
Yeah.
No,
he
he's
is.
got to be older than that.
No, he's young.
He looks like he's about 24.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Yeah, he's young.
He's amazing though.
He
He's
is
got
amazing.
that. I've
Everybody's
always said
saying he's
yeah,
people
the
know him.
best people to poach are people that work in restaurants. They
Well,
have
Isaac, you
the-
did not win the $300, but I think you
Well,
got
Isaac.
tons of compliments. So
I bet Isaac doesn't
there is
need the
that.
$300.
He doesn't need it.
Yeah,
that.
not
He would
that.
have done something good, like
Yeah,
donate it to a good charity.
I know he totally would have.
All right, so we want to talk about a couple success stories real quick. Who you got?
Well, I already talked about Rhonda. I think Shane Smith is a great success story.
Shane Smith. Shane Smith's been with
Yes.
us since we were absolutely nothing and we were dead broke.
Shane Smith's been around
I
since
pitched Shane on this idea
2006.
of a chiropractic and upper cervical franchise, and he was like, "Yep, I'm in," and he's been with us ever since. A lot of people jump on and jump off the train, right? A lot of people jump on and jump off the train. Shane and Jane Simbre, likewise. I think
Yep.
they actually might have come into our lives at the same time, same
Everybody's
year,
saying they love
right?
Shane.
Yes, everybody loves Shane because he
Aw.
is the doer.
He is.
And right now, super proud of Shane and what he's building with this Sleep Balance Academy. I
Yep.
think that's one of the things that he's most excited about. And so, if you're not doing sleep, this is an area, and Shane, for you to get involved. And Shane literally
Or if you don't sleep well, maybe
knows.
you need to get tested.
Yep, yeah. And but Shane literally knows all of the pieces, right? All of the
Right.
component parts of what it is that we teach, whether it's Book Yourself Solid or pre-existing system or the new BDC concepts that we teach. Shane is well versed on all of the pieces. Shane is a ride or die doer. And again,
And he's
it's
built a fantastic, flourishing chiropractic office. He's got
two
two associates
associates.
in it, which allows him, much like what you guys are looking for, to have some freedom to do other things, like build Balance Academy, like go to Scotland. Yep, Shane is your Scotland roomie. Shane's going to Scotland. Shane went to the island, the mastermind. Shane was in Quest 7. Shane is created a lifestyle where he's allowed to do all these things so he can grow, so he can learn, so he can apply, and then so he can be consistent to
Well,
continue to
James Taylor
build.
just posted up.
Jim posted.
Jim Taylor. He's a new Shane in the sense like he is a doing all the things kind of
Yes.
guy as well, right? And that's
Yes.
and I think that's one of the things one of the things we say in Black Diamond Club is do all the things. All you have to do is commit to doing the things. All of the dabblers are just halfway there and they're like halfway successful, or they get a degree of success and then they back off. Maybe they get afraid of it. They do all the things. They push all their chips in, and then it just happened. I mean, Rhonda sent me a message because she's a certified coach. We did a certified coaches
Yeah.
training this evening. One of the things that we trained on, she already applied, and she was
Which
like,
was what?
and it already works. We were talking about personal brand and the
Oh,
way
yeah.
that we post and
Yeah.
content, and she already applied it, and she already got results from
Right.
it. And so she texted me, and she was like, "Well, there it goes again. I'll be dang if what you say, doesn't work, right?" And
Right.
again, it does work, but most people just don't they don't put the effort in to apply it because it is super simple. They're like, it can't work. It's so simple, and they don't do it. But it's not easy. That's why they
I
don't
would
do it,
say
and then
that,
they get results. Then it's easier to
and
do
Shane
it.
and Rhonda have something in common. They do with a willingness to fail.
Oh, I love this one too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I got to tell you, wait till this podcast comes out. Same podcast, Mr.
Okay.
Griffin. Mr. Griffin. Um, this podcast was phenomenal. You weren't here. You missed it. I interviewed
No, I had
him.
an appointment.
And this really made me stop and think. He was like,
Same.
when we talk about success, and I want to give full credit to him. This is his content. But when we talk about success, um, what is the opposite of success?
Not doing.
Okay, that's great because most people say failure.
Right.
Most
Failure
people
is not.
say failure is the opposite of success. But tell me one instance of success that somebody else has had where they didn't fail.
at some point.
So
right?
actually, failure is not the opposite of
The
success.
road to success.
It's the road to success. It's a component part. It's a journey.
Yeah.
It's an important part. So many of you are afraid to fail, and because you're afraid to fail, you're not doing anything, which is
Right.
why you're not successful. Like you're in BDC, but you won't apply anything because you're afraid to fail, and because you're afraid to fail, of course, you're not successful. We were talking about companies that actually celebrate failure. And I was like, I told him, and you'll see in the podcast, that's my takeaway. I share at the end. My biggest takeaway is this: is you and I teach goals and rewards. I'm thinking like, I wonder if we should place rewards on failing, like because if you have
Interesting.
monumental failure and you're like, dude, I
Then
failed
you have
and I learned my
monumental
lesson,
doing and trying.
and I'm going to reward myself with a steak dinner because now I'm not going to repeat that and I'm one step closer to success. Because by definition, I have to fail. We talk a lot about Michael Chandler. You have to get knocked down. And what I love about Michael is I think it was a year ago when he spoke at Money Matters, and I walked up to him and I'd never met him before. I was like, "So what do you want to talk about?" And he was like, "I want to talk about how I went over 1 year, over 365 straight days without winning a fight. I want to talk about that." And I was like, wow, man. So that's that same thing, right? Like you have to be willing to fail in order to be successful. Like you have to take chances. You have to be willing to get knocked out if you're Michael Chandler. That's part of the equation. You have to be willing to run your sales cycle and get no sales. You have to be willing to do and always have something to and get no people to show up at it. And here's the thing, when you do it and no one shows up, you have to be willing to celebrate that. You have to learn the lesson. You have to ask yourself, you don't say, well, BDC sucks. Some people say that. That's wrong. What you do say is, what is my lesson here? And if I learn this lesson and I do it again, then I'm going to have a greater degree of success. I'm inching my way towards success, whatever that means to you. But failure is a necessary element. Find me an example of someone who succeeded without failing. It doesn't exist.
Well, and contrast is one of the most powerful and beautiful things in the world. You can't make things better if you don't know what's bad. And so the reality of it is you have to go out there and not succeed at things and not do them well in order to do them the best that you can, right? And I think a lot of people they want to like cut that corner, and that doesn't exist. And the most successful people on the planet are willing to do with a willingness to fail. And that's how they go at it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Who else you got? You did Shane. Got any other success stories?
I mean, there's lots of success. I even think Jackson's a great success story. I mean, going
Dietrich.
again, if we're talking about expect the unexpected and never knowing what you're going to land on, I mean, this is Jackson actually, this is great. Jackson actually hired me as his coach before he graduated chiropractic college. He went out there and he was like, how can I save money so that I can actually start working with Lacey before I even graduate so that I can create an infrastructure and a foundation to start a business on that launches very quickly, like very well thought out. And so he's been coaching with me, and I don't even know how long he's been coaching with me now.
Years.
Maybe 4 years, maybe even longer. There he is, queued up, had to. And I don't think that he ever dreamt that he was going to create a music app. That was something that was
Look at the artists that are starting to get behind this.
I know. And that was an unexpected thing that came out of a weekend where he had an idea and it was like, yeah, you could do that. I was like, I love that idea.
How do you make an app API with Spotify? Spotify is the giant.
I mean, you do because everything is doable. We just talked about that, right? And it doesn't mean that it necessarily works out the first time or it works out perfectly or we didn't have to go back to the drawing board. But I mean, it happens, right?
And Queued Up is co-sponsoring the golf tournament happening. Jackson, through Relationship Capital, is bringing Swan's Golf.
But it was an Ash Tiptoe idea. This music app came from an Ash Tiptoe.
Swanee's Golf. True Links Footwear is going to be sponsoring as well. We're going to have some cool swag from True Links and Swanee's, and all of that through Relationship Capital. He's tied in with Blue Tees Golf. All of this because of his app. And again, anybody could do it. Jackson just did it, right? Like it's a success story because Jackson was willing to fail. I mean, on paper, you're like, there's no chance that this can work, right? Because what does Jackson know about making an app? Which the answer to that at the time was nothing.
Right.
But then he made connections. Partha from Lasso was able to make some introductions and get this ball rolling. Who would have known that Partha was involved in the music industry?
Right.
Right. So who would have known
all
this?
The connections. But that's showing up at
Partha's at one of our events.
Showed up at a workshop. Yeah.
Makes the connection again. If you don't come to Money Matters, you can't meet Clinton Sparks. It's just not going to happen. I don't know how. Like I sit and I think to myself, like, how do you meet Clinton Sparks? But all you have to do really is come to Money Matters. Clinton Sparks will be there. I mean, and who knows what will be birthed from that? And look at Jackson, a phenomenal success story.
Ideas and opportunity and failures and successes get birthed from showing up.
Yeah, love that. Love that. What else you got?
All right. So
we've got shout out Coach Brian Hall too.
I know Brian Hall's been showing up to everything too.
Brian Hall's registered for the Book Yourself Solid Challenge. Brian Hall's book of business, people that he's guiding spiritually, is just growing tremendously. Which that's a testament, one, to the impact that he's making on the world. Even bigger than that, Brian's going to attribute that to a calling, following, being in alignment. He can help you to get in alignment so that you could do great things too. You got to reach out to him. Just right on there, that you want to talk to Brian. He'll be happy to jump on with you. I can't tell you how many names. And I think that's interesting. Like how many of Brian's clients are commenting tonight? Because, I mean, it's simple, right? Because you become a client of Brian, you become a winner. You work with us. Like we just ran through the brands that we work with. You get us on board with your brand, it becomes a winner. You talk smack, you become a loser. Brian sends me some very inspirational texts because I think he hears me get sour on the people, and he's like, "Don't worry about it. They're just after what's in your hand, but they can never have what's in your heart." Right? Like those are the things that's why you need a Brian Hall. If you're being pushed around spiritually out there and you feel like that's what's stopping you, Brian Hall is your answer. Look at all the people that work with Brian, Coach Jane, everybody.
We got
Matt
people
Griswold.
that want to go to more of our events and are asking for dates. Luke, where are those dates for everybody?
Oh, we got Money Matters coming up. So the Money Matters slide
and
up. And then we've got Marketing Matters coming up in November. November 2nd, 3rd. I think it's 2nd, 3rd, and
What you
4th, I
got?
believe.
I was just thinking, I was like, the only thing I can think of right now that we have is our physical calendar, and I might still have one. Maybe I'll ship you a calendar if you want the big Black Diamond Club hanging calendar that we send out to our VIP members every year. That has our dates for every event that we have for the
All right,
coming
so
year.
whoever posted that, shoot Luke an email. Say, hey, can I get one of those calendars? This is what happens. Like people always ask, like, man, I get this all the time. Man, you guys are so busy. How do you do it? I said, well, I don't know. Like I write it in my calendar and I do what it says. Because I get it every.
follow my calendar.
Well, because I mean, how many people are like, oh, I wish I could go to Money Matters? What do you mean? Like, if you put it in your calendar and you go, like, that's like me saying, like, when's the Super Bowl? Okay, it's on February 4th. Well, I wish I could go. Okay, well, I have tickets if you want to go. Yeah, I just don't know. Like, what are you talking about? If you have tickets for me and you're taking me to the Super Bowl, you tell me the date, I put it in my calendar, I
And
show
I'm
up.
gonna go.
Like, it's not like, why is that hard? Again, it's simple, but it's not easy.
It's
People have a
showing
hard
up.
time
Showing
showing up, right? Like so, all you got to do is get the dates. Luke will send you a calendar. You can. It's huge. It's like as big as this.
We're halfway
painting.
through the year, but we have
And-
some left. So if
and it
anybody
has the
wants a
date on it.
calendar, let us know.
All
We'll
you got to
send
do
you
is
a
follow the
calendar.
dang thing.
Yeah.
Be like, I'm going when it says I'm going, and you don't make it complicated, right? You
Yep.
show up. Cool things happen.
They do.
I got to tell you, that's the formula in BDC too. You show up, cool things happen. You show up, cool things happen. Every time. And I know it's hard, but I appreciate the people that show up. I love to pour into the show uppers even more because they showed up, right? I always try to make sure that we go over and above for the show uppers. Not so much the sideliners. I got to tell you, if you really want my go out of my way help, you can't be on the sidelines. You gotta be in
Gotta
the
show up.
pool. You gotta show up. You gotta jump in. There's no instruction manuals. Think about it, everybody. There are no instruction manuals on how to swim.
Are you sure about that?
No, if you learned how to swim by reading a book, right in there. I want to know the title. I don't want you like going on Amazon. I want to know the book that you
You just
used.
said they didn't exist. You didn't say that. I mean, it doesn't mean that people use them. They could be out there. Though.
I don't think it exists, but we'll see. Somebody's gonna find it on Amazon. Here's how you learn to
Oh,
swim.
yeah.
Somebody pushes your butt into the pool, right? They're just like, go in there, boom, and then And I think about it. I took swimming lessons. Basically, swimming lessons are like they try to drown you, but you're supervised so that you don't drown, so that you figure out that you're not going to drown, and then you can swim.
Yeah.
That's what business is like. You're going to sit around and take courses and watch YouTube videos until you think you have it figured out. And then you're still going to have to jump in the pool. Even if there was a book and I read about it and I was like, hold your breath and do this with your arms. When I get in the water, it's a whole other ballgame.
Still got to figure out how to not drown.
It doesn't mean
That's
that I know
right.
how to swim because I read the book.
Right.
So it's the same thing. Push yourself in the pool. Come to Money Matters. We'd love to see you. We would love to have you. Get in the Book Yourself Solid Challenge. We would love to have you.
Yeah, you got to get in the Book Yourself Solid.
So we're saying that could happen. In fact, if you hate it, I'll give you your $19 back.
Literally.
I'm giving away $300 tonight. I think I could give $19 back if you hate it.
I think we could do that too.
All right.
You're not going to hate it though.
Aaron O'Connor said it looked like I had a croissant behind me, so I was seeing what it was. But yeah, it is the light reflection.
Oh,
it
it's like
does look like a
it's like a little
croissant.
moon.
It does look
It's a
more like a
moon.
moon.
All right, we've
Dexter's
had.
hair is everywhere.
Let's see. Christine Lee won $700.
Yeah.
Last week, Brandon won $300.
$300.
Oh,
I've got a name. They're on here. They could win another $300.
Yeah.
But I thought you were going to repeat one of the two names, which is possible, by the way.
Well,
Because the names go back in. That's
They
what I
do go
thought. I
back
thought you were
in. I
setting
know
us
we were
up
gonna
for
say.
that.
this is not either of those names. I got a new
Okay.
name. It is Annie Solemn.
Oh.
Okay.
I
feel-
solemnly swear, Annie, you better be on.
Annie. Annie.
Annie, are you okay? Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie?
She'll be okay if she's a winner.
Yeah.
She is a winner.
She is
She's
a
a
winner. She
winner.
just got to
She's
claim her
gonna
prize.
show
She'll be
up.
Annie, are
okay.
you okay? Annie, are you
I'm
okay?
eating croissants.
No.
Annie, are you okay? Are
You
you
ate a meatball
okay,
sub.
Annie?
Oh, Aunt. Annie.
Hold on. I was doing the sound by my own.
Annie, you're killing me. There it is. All right. All right.
I want to shout out Christine Zapata. She's writing the Book Yourself Solid for Chiropractors book. We're well underway on that. We're looking at a fall release. I'm super excited. Bet you guys are going to be excited when you see it. people are going to be excited. Act like it was their idea. A bunch of people that didn't support Christine on the journey.
It's
Not
very
the easiest thing to
exciting.
rewrite a book, by the way.
Yeah.
I've been privy to watch that process.
Yeah.
Christine's put in tons of work, and add into the fact that this is a Wiley book, so Wiley Press, and working with a publisher, all different ballgame demands. Like when you're just doing your own book and you slough off, like it's fine. Like, oh, I didn't write today. When you got a publisher that has a
And you have
deadline,
deadlines.
like,
Yeah.
it's a whole
You
other
get
game.
pressure.
So shout out. I think Christine is a great BDC success story.
Yep.
Started out in BDC, worked her way. She's been in all levels of everything that we've offered. She is a BDC coach herself.
Yep.
And is now writing Book Yourself Solid for Chiropractors alongside Michael Porter, co-author. It's a Wiley book, and so I want to shout her out as well, because I think that is super admirable. Believe in Christine. Anybody else that we missed?
I mean, there's
everybody.
so
Many success
many
stories.
success stories.
You too
We
could be
want
a
you
success
to be
story.
A success story. Yeah.
Who knows if you might be the person that just, gets a phone call from Lacey on a New Year's Day and is like, I can't believe we didn't think about you, but would you like to acquire Black Diamond Club? I'll tell you in advance, it's not going to include me. Book Yourself Solid didn't include Michael. It did include Matthew. Well, it didn't include Matthew. We had to hire Matthew.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be on that golf course getting ready for the Beat the Joes tournament.
I know you are. There's no place.
Oh, Brian Wright is nominating Grant Dennis as a success story.
Grant is a success story.
Grant, president, IFCO, and holding down. Well, I'll call him the president of Cairo Sushi.
Yeah.
Grant's rants, and don't forget Jack's thought flashes.
So many great things.
Yeah, Cairo Sushi. If you're a chiropractor and you're not a part of that, you got to jump in on that. CairoSushi.com. Man, that thing is going off. We're going to be introducing our third show here. Probably, I'm going to guess in about 2 weeks. Yep. I'll introduce the third personality. And so we'll have a third show in the lineup. Monday nights, 8 p.m., we get Grant's Rants. Tuesday nights at 8 p.m., we get Thought Flashes with Jack Borla. I wonder what's going to be in the Wednesday evening time slot. And you're missing, hey, if you're thinking like, what are these? This is some like, auto janky Zoom. It's all janky. It's not auto janky, but it's just janky. And it's just like, they're all frazzled and they're interviewing somebody there. It is not that. These are actual produced shows dropping information relevant to chiropractors. And I got to tell you, we're not stopping there. If you haven't noticed, we're building Book Yourself Solid. We're bringing in all kinds of other verticals, and we're going to start dropping information networks on all of these different verticals on how they can apply the BYS and BDC concepts. But you've got to be in BDC, be in Cairo Sushi. So you want to be in BDC, you want to get in your vertical. So you're getting expert advice on all of this stuff. And we're dropping, and it's not just like, I'll even knock, so I'll give the people the ammunition. It's not just one podcast, like in BDC, the Monday podcast. Cairo Sushi is a daily show every single day. And it's a show. It's a produced show every single day. Yeah. You don't want to miss it. Wait till you see what we do with dentists, and wait till you see what we're doing with coaches. That's coming out.
But
that
we
book.
Want
designers, creatives. We
want to see what these people are going to do. That's what I want to know. What are you going to do? Where are you going to show up?
They're going to do everything.
Yeah.
Where
are you going to fail?
They're going to. Well, yeah, they're going to fail so that they can win.
Yeah, they're going to fail so that they can
But there's going to be so much winning going on. They're going to
make
Donald Trump look like a loser.
Well, there you have it, folks. Wednesday night BDC Live.
I think we should go.
I think it's time.
Bye, everybody.
All right, everybody. Join us next week for the opportunity to win $400.